Hi friends, Bee here at the Match Factory, here with Tech Tuesday. I am knitting Gracefield. This is a pullover by Berroco, and I'm knitting it in the recommended yarn Mochi, which is a lovely blend of alpaca, nylon, wool, and 2% other fiber. This sweater is knit in pieces. As you can see, I'm working on the back, and it has this beautiful all-over lace pattern with bobbles. How cute are they? So I am going to give you a quick tutorial today on bobbles. All right, so I worked across my row. Well, actually I had to purl across because I left it that way last night. And I'm ready for another bobble. So bobble is, these guys are 3 rows of stitches. They're lumped up in one spot. There's different configurations of bobbles, but they're sort of the same concept in that you need to put a whole bunch of stitches into 1 or 2 so that they protrude and they stick up like a little knot. So in this one stitch, we're going to knit. We're going to come around the back. We're going to knit again into the back. Knit again into the front. That's 3. One more into the back is 4, and then back into the front is 5 stitches. So we have 5 stitches right there that we have just produced out of one stitch. Then you turn your work and we purl 5 stitches back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you turn your work again. You slip 2 stitches purlwise, so as if I was going to purl, I don't twist that stitch. I knit 3 together, which you kind of have to hang on to everything to make it work. And then the 2 stitches pass over. So I'm back down to 1 stitch, and I've created this little knot of stitches. So then I'm going to knit 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we've got another bobble happening. So I make 5 stitches into 1. One of the hints that I can give you is to make sure, I'm using Haya sharp needles, and there's a nice sharp long tip to them. You need to make sure that you make that stitch further back here on the barrel of your needle, because if you just work up here on the tip, which could be a tendency, your stitches aren't big enough. You haven't sized them properly by hitting the main part of your needle up here. So we have 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and see how I'm sliding those stitches right up onto the barrel of my needle? 5. Turn your work. We're going to purl back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work. Slip 2 stitches purlwise. Knit 3 together. Take the 2 stitches and pass them over. And see how I've created, this was the row below, there's 1 purl row in between, and then I've created these guys, which are going to look like this in that pretty little triangle. Well, diamond? Yeah, we're going to call that a diamond. Okay, let me work across and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've worked across to where we have another bobble happening, and we're going to work the 5 stitches that we discussed previously into the front and back of the stitch. That's 3. Make sure, see how I'm making sure that I work right up onto the barrel of that needle so the stitch is the right size. Now this is where cool stuff comes into play. We have to turn our work and purl 5 stitches back. However, I did a video a little while ago about purling backwards. So you don't have to flip your work. Sorry, this fuzzy yarn is sometimes you gotta just be careful you're not splitting things. 2, 3. I'll link that video so you can go and check it out. 4, and 5 back. So I didn't have to flip my great big piece of work. Now, right now, this isn't a giant piece of fabric, but once this gets bigger, it's a lot more work to flip it back and forth. Then to finish your bobble off, you slip 2 purlwise and knit 3 together and pass the 2 slip stitches over. So that's a bobble. And you kind of have to sort of poke them to the front a little bit. After you get a row of stitches up top holding these guys closer together, it has less tendency to fall through. So if you would like to give this a trial, this is Gracefield. I'm knitting it in Mochi from Berroco. And this yarn actually isn't in the store quite yet. It'll be here in the new year, so we'll have a sample all knit up so you can see it. Thanks, guys. Have a fabulous Tuesday. Bye.